What is good, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another rumor. Now, this one was posted on the 19th of August, like a previous one we actually covered, and a few other ones as well, actually. But this one is kind of interesting, though. It's a pretty long one. There's a lot of things here, but I mean, hey, I thought we'd look into it, see what it has to say, cover the whole rumor, and, you know, just the general stuff we always do. So, a big thank you for watching this video. Feel free to drop a like down below. Let's try to get to like 800 likes or 1,000 on this video. It'd be really cool. And yeah, let's get started with the rumor itself. So this rumor is kind of longer than most of the other ones we've seen recently, and it's pretty, like, intrinsic. So let's get into all the stuff it has to say. So first things first, release on November 18th. Now, again, there's been a lot of different dates given. November 18th, if I look up the exact day for that, that would be specifically on a Wednesday, which is a fair enough day. Doesn't seem too out of the ordinary for that to be the date for the release, right? Then he says, Crown Tundra is bigger than the Isle of Armor. No shit, okay? I'm gonna be honest here, I don't like seeing this being mentioned because guess what? I think everybody and their grandmother already knows this. I think most people already know this information. It's not necessary. But what comes after this is what I'm a little bit more interested about, like everything beyond that. So Peony is Chairman Rose's brother, specialized in ground types with his ace being G-Max Anaconda. Repetitive information there. Continues on though, Peony's daughter is your rival and her ace is Galarian Slowking. A legendary 3 of a legendary 3 is about the Galarian legendary birds. That's the first going to be sort of mission or whatever, or I guess not mission, but like story element, right? The Terrible Titans lurking locked away will focus on Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, Regieleki, and Regidrago, so 5 of the Regis. After catching them, the player is able to catch Regigigas, which would be really cool if that is true. The 3 Hoenn Regis get new signature moves. Oh, that's actually something new. We haven't seen anybody mention that, but that would be really cool. Regieleki and Regidrago are not version exclusives. That would be fantastic if it's true. I really hope that is true because I'd love if that was, you know, if that's the case, that they are not version exclusives. But oh well, let's continue. They came from the Ultra Beyond. We'll focus on the Ultra Beasts. That's also pretty self-explanatory, pretty reasonable. I don't see any issue with that. Makes sense that would be the case, right? Because they came from the Ultra Beyond. What else would be from there if, you know, except the Ultra Beasts, right? Buzzle, Kartana, and Blacephalon are exclusive to Sword. Ooh, okay. Pheromosa, Celesteela, and Stakataka are exclusive to Shield. Okay, fair enough. The Sacred Bonds of Sovereign and Steed will focus on Calyrex and 2 version exclusive horse Pokemon. Okay, so again, information from before. No new Galarian forms other than the 4 in the Crown Tundra, the ones that we already seen, right? So Galarian Slowking as well as the Galarian Birds, and that's about it. An event which allows you to catch the Swords of Justice after completing the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. They are not shiny locked, so I guess that would be really cool. You can actually get the shiny versions of those Pokemon, legendaries, right? That'd be really sick. The 2 new Titans and the Galarian Bird Trio are not shiny locked. Calyrex and the 2 Steeds are, however. Okay, that's unfortunate. So Calyrex and I guess the 2 new Pokemon, according to this rumor, would be shiny locked, which would be disappointing, but oh well. Let's continue. Fossils are also returning with some being version exclusives. Aerodactyl can be obtained in both versions. Okay, so that would be really cool. I'd love to see some of the fossils return, man. That would be really cool because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of the new fossils. They're just kind of goofy looking. I much more prefer the old ones that they just look interesting to me. Like all the new ones, they just kind of, I don't know, they're all over the place. They're not horrible, but like they're just not my personal cup of tea. So I want to see the old ones return. Like, you know, just having like Aerodactyl there, Kabutops, etc. Be really cool. Now continue. Sword will have Almanite, Lileep, Tortoga, Tyrant. Okay, and Shield will have Kabuto, Anorith, Archon, and Amaura. Jeez. It's a hard name to say. Now, Hoenn starters are returning, but they are not receiving Gigantamax forms, and Mega Evolution is not coming back. They can be transferred though through upcoming releases of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald on the Switch eShop. So he's trying to say here that we're gonna get eShop Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. That'd be really sick if it is true. There will be a new hidden ability capsule. Okay, a new max item similar to the max mushrooms and max honey appears in the Crown Tundra. 5 of them are required for the max soup, which allows Melmetal to Gigantamax. Okay, version exclusive legendaries and Dynamax adventures. Ooh, that would be cool. So okay, well, I mean, no version exclusive, but like just you know, Pokemon in the adventures, like Dynamax adventures. That's like, I'm liking that idea of like co-oping to get them. But Sword, Raikou, Ho-Oh, Latios, Groudon, Dialga, Tornadus, Reshiram, Xerneas, and Solgaleo. Shield is Entei, Lugia, Latias, Kyogre, Palkia, Thundurus, Zekrom, Yveltal, and Lunala. Okay, cool. Both Mewtwo, Suicune with Raikou and Entei, Rayquaza with Groudon and Kyogre, Heatran, then Giratina with Dialga and Palkia, Cresselia, then Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus, Kyurem, Reshiram, and Zekrom, Zygarde, Xerneas, Yveltal, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, Tapu Fini, and then Cosmog, Cosmoem, as well as I guess Zekrom, as well as Solgaleo and Lunala are going to be, I guess, in both games, right? So the only exclusive ones are the ones we mentioned there earlier, the sword ones and the shield ones, and then the ones for both are going to be in all of them. So Mewtwo will be in both, for example. Next is the final part of the rumor. So Peony, as he says here, explorer, interested in ruins, specializes in ground types, Ace being a G-Max Anaconda, total eclipse of rune ridges. So that's like, I guess, the you know, kind of like evolution of Yamask or whatever, I guess the Galarian form of version of it. So yeah, I don't know, but that's generally the rumor though. So let's talk a little bit more in depth about this and what I think about it. So we've just covered all the information we generally had here, and I want to just say this, like, a lot of this stuff is similar stuff we've already seen, but some of the newer stuff here is interesting to me. So the idea of, like, you know, having a subsection of like legendaries that'll be exclusive to like Shield and Sword, but then like having such a big amount of them being like for both games would be really cool, because I've already talked about this before. I'm not a big fan of splitting the Pokemon between the games, kind of forcing people to have to buy both games or having to pay for the online to trade and stuff like that if they don't have friends to trade with close by and stuff like that. Like, I'm just not a big fan of that in itself. I much more personally prefer if you can just simply get all the Pokemon in a singular game and not be forced to buy two of them to complete your Pokedex and get all the Pokemon you want to have. For example, I am playing Shield, right? So I'm lucky that Lugia is in Shield because it's my favorite legendary Pokemon. It's my favorite Pokemon across the board. So I'm happy that I'm going to be able to catch it without any sort of massive, discrepancies, so, to say the least, right? It shouldn't be too many issues there for me to get it, right? But then, for example, I also like Groudon and Dialga, but those are in Sword. And I also like Ho as well, but those are in Sword, right? So I need to get Sword, which my brother has, but I don't. And, like, what I'm going to do in that position, right? If I can't trade with him at a certain point if I'm not at home or etc. Like, it's a little bit frustrating is what I'm trying to say. So that's the general gist of what I'm feeling about like that. But everything else here seems pretty reasonable. Doesn't really say not too much brand new stuff. Like, it is a little bit of brand new stuff here, but for the most part, it's a lot of stuff we've heard from before, and that's about the general gist of it though. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, then drop a like down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video, guys. Thank you so much again. Honestly, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. I really appreciate it, lads. And yeah, also check out my previous videos. There will be like an end screen outro at the end here. You guys can check out some of my other content, and that's about it though, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. Bye-bye, and peace out.